So what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be doing a small little fun comparison between Vivo V9 and the Galaxy S9 Plus. So this video actually focuses on the practicality rather than what these phones are standing at their price points. So before commenting anything, just think twice before making fool of yourself. So let's just start. So on the left, as you can see, the Vivo V9 is the first Vivo to embrace the notch, whereas on the Galaxy S9, I don't know why, but it feels now outdated due to look at those bezels on the top, on the bottom. Even the bottom bezel on the Vivo V9 is shorter than the Galaxy S9. And on the top, as you can see, Vivo has done an amazing job for the price point that they are providing this device for. Like literally the Galaxy S9 Plus costs triple than the Vivo V9. Then let's just come to the hardware. On the back, you do get a beautiful glass finish on the Galaxy S9 Plus. If you want this kind of finish, you have to actually wait for the Oppo F7. But right now with the Vivo, you just get a metal back which houses the dual camera, flash, fingerprint scanner, just like the Galaxy S9 Plus, which also houses the same things. But it also has the heart rate sensor, blood pressure sensor, which I will never use in my life. And talking about those dual cameras, you have a dedicated telephoto lens over here when compared to a dedicated depth sensor. Well, having that depth sensor is not a huge advantage, to be honest, as I have found in my testings. On the bottom, you do get a headphone jack on both of them. Yep, it's still staying. Then a micro USB on the V9. Yes, V9 is a flagship phone of Vivo in India and it still doesn't have a Type-C connector, which is extremely shameful. And then you just get a speaker. Well, S9 has dual speaker, which are again amazing, and there is no comparison for it. And then coming to the camera, now both of them have like iPhone style swipe based UI. As you can see, you get controls on the top for the Vivo, whereas compared to the Samsung, which are on the bottom. Like literally I can use everything with my thumb, whereas over here on the Vivo I have to actually stretch out for everything. But the standard features such as portrait mode are at hand, such as turning on and off of the HDR, which is pretty handy. And then portrait mode is at front, whereas on the S9 I have to actually swipe for it. But as talking about the portrait mode, seriously, the depth sensor doesn't help for the Vivo V9. Galaxy S9 or any kind of phone such as Xiaomi's Redmi Note 5 Pro, MI A1 don't actually have a depth sensor, but they do a much better job. But yeah, it's a true fact that you can't actually choose where the focus actually lands. You can just adjust the blur background of it, whereas compared to the Vivo V9, you can actually adjust the bokeh wherever you want. For example, I can adjust the blur for it, same goes for the Galaxy S9, and then again just where I want. For example, now I want on the scooter, then again on the background, you can adjust it anyway. And just look at it, where the done and cancel button is, just far away on the top. As you can see, pretty nice job by both of them. And then on the Galaxy S9, you can actually choose for wide angle. Well, yeah, that's a kind of a gimmicky thing that you have to actually zoom in for the portrait on the S9 or any kind of another phone. Whereas on the Vivo V9, you can actually take portraits without even zooming in, thanks to that depth sensor. But the actual accuracy of it, not that good. And now on both of them, you do get dedicated AR emojis. Vivo calls it AR stickers, but it's the same thing. Let's just flip out to the front camera. As you can see, the image on the Vivo is just blown out, but the tracking is pretty good. Even I'm going behind the camera, it still tracks pretty well, as you can see. Whereas on the Galaxy S9, let's just try it. You have 3D emojis just like iPhone X, but it's really crap version of it. You have sunglasses. As you can see, both of them are pretty wobbly. Let's just try something else, such as the sunglass over here too. As you can see, both do a pretty good job in tracking. You do get a 8 megapixel stabilized autofocus camera on the front of the Galaxy S9 Plus, but I really don't like it. All of my selfies in low light end up shaking due to it keeps on autofocusing. Whereas on the Vivo, you get a 24 megapixel shooter, which is really good. The sharpness on this thing is really out of this competition. You do get portrait mode on both of them. As you can see, it's called selfie focus on the S9, but both of them are pretty much hit or miss, to be honest, completely. And then coming to the software, yes, V9 wins over here. It's running Android 8.1. Yep, let me just show you that. As you can see over here, I seriously can't believe that Samsung did give the latest version of Android on their latest flagship. Like literally hats off to Vivo for this thing. But the feel of it has not even changed at all. The FunTouch OS just looks and feels the same as on Android Marshmallow, Nougat and Lollipop. Whereas Samsung has done pretty well job in optimizing it. Same goes for the FunTouch OS. It's extremely fluid for a Snapdragon 625 phone. Yes, Vivo has actually given us better navigation systems. So if you are in the settings, go to display for a Galaxy S9, navigation bar. You just have system navigation in the front, and then you have navigation gestures. Just enable it, and for going to the home, you do get a 3D touch button, which I don't really mind not having it. But for the Vivo, you can swipe up from the right for the control panel. Then you can just close any kind of app. It works pretty well. And if you still want to access the recent apps panel, just like iPhone X, drag it up and hold it, and there you go, it works fine. Even OnePlus has announced it. Samsung is being left out over here. But you do get pretty customizable options. As you can see, you can swap around the buttons as well as no icons, just empty. Then you get a full immersive display over here. And then you can select it for dots. And for the navigation bar, let's just select for the keys. As you can see, you get 3 themes over here for it. First one just looks ugly, which is the standard one. But yeah, pretty nice job by the Vivo. And for the daily usage, you can't actually compare both of them in terms of performance. S9 would just destroy this thing. Vivo V9 works on something which Xiaomi uses for their low-end phones, such as Redmi Note 4 or Note 5, which would be the Snapdragon 625. Yes, we are not getting Snapdragon 626 in India, whereas on the S9 you get the latest and greatest Snapdragon 845. But for the battery life, S9 lasts me about like 4 hours on heavy usage, whereas compared to the Vivo V9 almost lasts me about 2 days. I can't actually confirm about the screen on time because yeah, in FunTouch OS there is no way to measure it. But that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. This was a quick little comparison between the Vivo V9 and the Galaxy S9 Plus. I hope you guys enjoyed, and do let me know what you think about that notch. Do you like it or you just like this one? And just thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.